Okay, hey, I'm Todd Haverdill. I'm the health teacher here at the high school. I'll do a quick video here for this open house. So we'll start with the units that we're going to cover in health. We're currently doing CPR. We follow the American Red Cross. Probably something cool about the CPR is that assuming that your children test proficiently, which we're going to try to make sure they do, that they'll actually have their CPR certificate at the end of this unit. That certificate will last them 2 years and helps out for jobs and lifeguarding, babysitting, whatnot. So after CPR, we'll get into first aid. That's also under the American Red Cross. After first aid, we'll transition into the textbook and we'll do fitness and nutrition, mental health. During the mental health unit, we'll have an organization called Life Act come in. Assuming we can have them come in during these crazy times, but assuming they come in, they spend usually 2 days with us and they talk a lot about depression and suicide prevention and things like that. The kids will have an opt-out during that if they choose, if it's too sensitive a topic for them. After the mental health, we'll do human reproduction. It's not sex ed, anything of the sort. It's male and female reproductive anatomy. And then we finish with substance abuse, so alcohol, tobacco, other drugs, things like that. Books. So both books are online. The American Red Cross book, if you Google American Red Cross Participant Manual, you'll get the whole book in a PDF. The textbook is a little bit trickier, and so my syllabus is posted in my Google Classroom. The website to get to the textbook is in the syllabus, and it gives you some prompts to follow and then a password to put in, and you can get that book. I've also suggested that maybe they bring in a flash drive. If they do that, I can dump the entire American Red Cross book and just the chapters that will cover in the textbook onto their flash drive, so they'll have it. Truth is that probably won't need it outside of class. We try to do everything in class, but if they have another flash drive and they need it, they have it. And if they don't, then when the class is over, delete it. So that would be my suggestion, but that's totally up to them. In terms of grading, I think you guys are used to the 80-20 thing now. So 80% of the grade will be based on on summative assessments. So unit tests, things like that. And then 20% of their grade will be on formative assessments. So homework or attendance questions, things like that. Something maybe a little unique about the way I do things, I issue a study guide on the first day of the unit. So they got their CPR study guide yesterday. We'll work on it collectively together over the next few weeks, and it's not due to the day of the test. So that study guide isn't due for like 3 weeks. And so they'll submit it to me on the day of the test, and then they'll take their test. A perfect score on their study guide is their ticket to a retake. So if they get a perfect score on their study guide and they don't like their test score for that unit, they can email me and I'll double check their study guide. As long as it's perfect, then they can retake that test and they'll get the better score. So it's not going to hurt them. So that study guide's pretty important, and we work on it every day pretty much in here, do the day of the test. I guess in regards to the hybrid thing, my plan is essentially teach straight through. So the Monday, Tuesday group, when they're in class, they're here for the instruction. The Thursday, Friday group that's at home, on Monday and Tuesday, they'll Zoom in and they'll listen. Wednesday, if I need to Zoom, I will. I'd rather use some sort of class assignment that'll support where we're going. So in a perfect world, I will Zoom on Monday and Tuesday for the group that's not here, and then Zoom on Thursday, Friday for the group that's not here. So it's important that they're on Google Classroom to get the link, that they're on time and able to follow the Zoom. They do have to submit an attendance question. So whether they're in class or not, there's a question every day. It's worth 2 points formative. That'll pertain to something I talked about in the class that day. And so when the class is over, they'll submit that question, and that's how we'll track attendance. If for some reason they were in class and forgot to submit that question, I'm going to mark them absent. If they sent me an email and said, hey, I submitted late, I apologize, whatever, I can go back then and correct it, but we certainly don't want to make a habit out of that. I guess that's about it for me. I think the best way to get a hold of me is certainly email. I'm pretty OCD about my email. So if you email me, it's last name Haverdill, HAVERDILLT at bbhcsd.org. I'm pretty good about checking that. That's probably better for me than phone or voicemail. So if you got any questions, comments, concerns, just shoot me an email. Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you.